Yeah, I'm extremely proud of this team from one end of the table to the other, and thank my assistant captains for an incredible job. A lot of us have been at it for a long time, and this has been one of the most fun, one of the most together, supportive teams. They did everything we asked them to do and more, and they were unbelievably prepared coming in here. You know, it's a little bit of a break after the Tour Championship, and they came in fired up and ready, and Kevin Kisner even put down his bow and picked up his clubs after thinking he might have a little bit of break, and everybody came in here and ready and fired up and really, really prepared. We don't have to do much except tell them what time to tee off. So extremely proud of them. Trevor's team did an incredible job of, we talked about it the other night about their shield. They're doing an incredible job of trying to rally and build a team and get an identity. And they certainly came together, started making some putts. And our stats guys came up with some incredible stuff this morning about how great their team played, especially against a couple of our teams. We just kept running the same guys out there against their best team. And even though some guys' records don't show it, everybody on this team played incredibly well, and it was a great team effort.
Thank you, Captain Love. With that, we will go ahead and get some questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We will start here in the center with Shane Ryan. Shane?
Question for Jordan. There's been some examples recently, Scotty being one of them, of players who have done really well in this event and sort of taken that into the next year and had a lot of success. Okay. Do you believe in a relationship there? And is your success this week something that you can see parlaying into a really good season next year?
Yeah, I think so. I think I just used my example in here of the 2014 Ryder Cup into my 2015 season. I thought Scotty's last year into this year, I mean, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I thought that he could probably draw on the experiences of last year's Ryder Cup into his season this season, especially, coming across the finish line against Patrick Cantlay in a playoff, which, to be honest, it's not that hard to beat Patrick Cantlay in a playoff. I did it this year too. But I will say, when he did it, I thought it was difficult. And so parlaying that into the rest of his season, I thought that was obviously really impressive, but that may be more of a question for Scotty. And for me, I'm really excited about the week that was this week. I thought that I played some of my best golf of the year this week, which was really cool to do it with and for, as a team with these guys. And me and Justin had just an unbelievable time in the team setting, and I was glad to finally get in the winner's circle in a singles match for my first time ever. And thank you for that. Thanks, guys. And there's a lot I can draw on for next year for sure.
JT, first of all, congratulations on a great week. Second of all, I'm just curious what you thought of Siwoo shushing the crowd. And what do you think of it now?
Honestly, at the time, I was pretty pissed off, but thanks, Billy. But no, I mean, it's one of those things. I think when you're in the moment, when you're on the other side of it, it's kind of like something that gets you motivated, gets you pumped up a little bit. But I mean, he hit the shots and made the putts better than I did the last 3 holes, or really the last 9 holes when he needed to. So I can say whatever I want about it, but he beat me, so he has the upper hand on me. But we won the cup, so that's all that matters.
We're going to go over to Dave Shedlowski on the left. Dave?
Yes, for Captain Love, sir. Congratulations. Question for you. I don't want to say that the International put the fear of God in your team, but they certainly, as you said, and as others said, they were a little bit mad when they left last night. And I'm wondering if there's a lesson in that for the American team going forward, especially maybe in Rome. Don't take anything for granted. I mean, not that they did, but it was a little bit of a wake-up, wasn't it?
Well, I'll let them answer that, but there were some guys that were mad, and that's why I asked our stats guys last night to give us some info, and it was hard to know whether you tell the guys this morning or before they played. But Billy in a couple of sessions played better. Like if he'd have played anybody else, he would have won. And Scotty and Sam just had incredible numbers, and it was almost like mathematically or karma impossible that they ended up playing the best team that day over and over and over again. But yeah, we knew these guys were going to do something like that. We knew there was going to be a Tom Kim or Christian or just right on down the list. Guys just stepped up and played incredibly well. It happens in Ryder Cup. It happens in President's Cup. So that end of the table, we were serious about our pairings and serious about our planning and preparation. And, you know, I think some of the things that we did trying to rest guys or get guys with their comfortable partners may have actually messed them up a little bit. But we all had fun. We all got to play, and we all got what we wanted in the end. And, you know, we said 2 weeks ago we could just throw up balls with this team. But then guys wouldn't have gotten to play with their buddies. And I've had several guys that didn't have the best record say that they had one of the best weeks of their lives. And we'll realize it tonight and next week and next season how much fun this week was. And I've been a part of, unfortunately, a lot of losing teams. And it's great to be around a group of 20 guys like this. And we just had a goal to win and defend the cup. And obviously here in Charlotte, it was the biggest one ever. So there was a lot of different reasons to have pressure, but being the big favorite carries a little bit of weight. I'm glad they ignored it and just played great.
All right, next we'll go to Sean Martin on the right. Sean?
This question's for Xander to save Colin's lungs. When did you realize that you would be the clinching point potentially? And then what were the emotions when you did hold that putt? It just seemed like relief, and maybe it was a hard-fought victory.
Yeah, I mean, just luck of the draw. You know what I mean? I saw Colin was apologize for his breathing abilities here. Colin was 3 up, 4 up. I mean, we just wanted to get it done, and it's always hard to win, and it's not about me. You know, everyone else got their points up on the board. It was close. It was stressful. Yeah, and what you saw there was a big sigh of relief.
All right, we'll go to Rex Hoggard in the middle. Rex?
Davis, you've done this with a lot of different teams. What's the identity of this particular team?
What's that?
What's the identity of this particular team?
I'll defer to Kevin Kisner.
Kevin?
I don't know. They're unbelievably prepared and unbelievably confident. I think that's what we saw last year at the Ryder Cup. I mean, we would sit in the team room at 8 o'clock at night and go, where is everybody? Somebody was in the gym. Somebody was in therapy. We've learned that we traded ping pong tables in for ice baths and recovery. And I went looking for guys last night, and there we had 2 at a time in the ice baths, and we had guys on tables. We had
one after the other. You know.
No, Patrick had his feet in. Patrick had his feet in with somebody else. But the commitment to, hey, I got to putt in the dark. I have to get back to see my trainer. I've got to get into the gym. I have to be here 3 hours before to get ready. There's no like, hey, you know, whatever. It's serious business, you know? And that's why these guys are the best players in the world. I mean, 3 of us just came from a Champions Tour event, you know, where we're just hanging out in the lobby of the hotel playing with Jay Haas flashcards, making pairings and doing takeout. These guys are in the gym and doing therapy and, you know, all kinds of stuff. Tony had more bottles of stuff, you know, supplements and making milkshakes. And I mean, it's just incredible what they go through to be the best in the world. And I think that's really their identity, is they're the best athletes in golf. There's a reason why they can hit incredible shots and play incredible day after day after day.
All right, we'll go to the back right. Back right.
Max, you've had an incredible year, first of all. Can you describe, and you've had a couple of great moments here in Charlotte, can you describe what Charlotte now means to you? And then can you put into words what this year has been and then what it's about to be in just a few weeks?
I don't think it's working. It's not working. Try that one. That's why you have teammates.
Like my beers, I got 3 of them. Charlotte has always been one of my favorite cities. Thank you, Kevin. And then 19 kind of obviously was an amazing moment for me. It's surreal to think of all the cool moments I had on the real 18th green all week. Me and T made one of the cooler pars I've made in my life, albeit I only had to hit a couple of the shots. And then today, getting to celebrate with the boys is amazing. Quail Hollow is an amazing place for me, and to do it with all these guys was special. But yeah, the year has been crazy. I mean, I've said it a million times, but last year at Kiowa, doing the fitting for the Ryder Cup, knowing I didn't really have much of a chance anymore, was tough. Looking at yourself in the mirror and all the, USA gear, it was hard, but I've got that thing seared into my brain, and my main focus this season was to make this team, to play with these guys. A lot went into that, and to be here was one thing, and then to come out and play some great golf was another. And this week has been beyond special, validating, meaningful, all of the above. It meant a lot. I think I'll look back on this week as a week I kind of use as continued motivation going forward.
We'll go front row to James. Front.
So question for Jordan.
Jordan, you're being asked a question.
Sorry to interrupt there. 5-0 this week, another win for the U.S. team. I'm just wondering, what do you think the U.S. side proved this week in Quail Hollow?
I think that the biggest challenge for us this week was staying within ourselves and not letting the outside noise get to us. We saw notes of that Captain Love put up all over the place, that we were supposed to win and were favorites and all that, and everybody focused on their matches. Everybody wanted to be you're the ones setting the pace, or the ones, if you were in the back couple matches of the day, the ones that were showing off for the rest of the team on the last couple, and didn't focus on any of the outside noise of the entire tournament. Instead, what was so cool, which has been very consistent in the previous, few cups that I've been involved in, which is everyone's really, really good at what they do. Stay to your routine, do what you normally do to prepare for the biggest tournaments, and they did that. Nobody took anything lightly. They went through the same routine that I've seen guys go through for the final round of the Masters when they're in the final group. And to do that for your team and country was super cool to watch.
All right, we're going to go Bob, Adam, and then Doug. Bob, Herrig in the middle.
My question's for Max. Obviously, I'm sure the week exceeded your expectations, but what kind of expectations did you have, and where did 4-0 possibly play into that, or being undefeated?
Thank you, everyone. As Jordan said, he was 4-0 before the day started. I'm not sure where my expectations were for the week. I was obviously optimistic and excited. As I said a couple of days ago, I'm not super close with a lot of the guys on the team, just considering, where I live and where I've kind of just been at. I'm in the middle of the age range. Love you, Sam. And Sam's a perfect example, somebody who I've always gotten along with great, and somebody I was looking forward to getting to spend real time with. So to get to bond with these guys, we've all played against each other forever, except Kiz, because he's been playing forever. So it was cool to get to be around people I respect so much and look up to and I want to play like. And yeah, to come out and go 4-0 was beyond a dream. But it's just a testament to my partners, and we had some great vibes this whole week, and it was just cool to be able to come to a place I've played well at and I kind of know, and as nervous as I was, it was comforting to get on that first tee and know I've been on that first tee nervous before, and I guess that's just kind of it played out throughout the week.
We'll go right behind to Adam. Adam.
Jordan, at Whistling Straits presser, you were very candid that there's still a lot of work to be done, that you want to win on a roadie in Italy next year. What's your level of confidence that Team USA can do that after this week?
The same as it was the Sunday a year ago. I mean, if not more, right? It's a tall task to ask going over there. I mean, I've played a couple of away games now, and they're very different. But I'd take this team over there against anybody in the world. This was, was that their kiss? No, I think that winning at home is special in its own way, and there's nothing that beats it. But going over there on the road and winning would be incredibly special next year, and I hope I'm a part of the team and the kind of team rooms that I mentioned that we've had the last few years. It's going to stay that way, and I'm very confident in our ability to go over there and win. And you could tell me the last time it happened over there, but nobody here has any scar tissue. Everybody on this panel would very much embrace, what that looks like next year.
Doug on the right. Doug.
Cameron, I'm just curious what your strongest memory of the week was and why.
It's hard to say. I think there were a lot of them throughout the week. Standing on that first tee on Thursday is something I won't forget. And probably making that putt on 17 with Colin is something I'll remember for a long time. It's, kind of something Max said, is it's a week you get to spend some time with guys that you only see in a professional setting for the most part. And I feel like they really embraced me, and even though it's obviously my first one along with some other guys, I felt right at home, and just getting to spend that time away from the golf course with such an amazing team and an amazing group of players was a lot of fun.
Ryan Lavner in the middle. Ryan.
Davis, there was a lot of talk at the beginning of the week about the future of this event, whether there should be a format change or because of some of the live defections. What do you think this week's competition did for the perception of this event?
There wasn't any talk from either of our teams, Trevor's or ours, about changing the format. We're having a lot of fun, and we love it. And we look forward to, obviously, our team looks forward to next year in Italy and then the next year in Canada.
All right, we're going to get a mic over on the left. Yep, it's you.
Okay. Congratulations for the win this week. I wanted to ask Davis, who gets to sleep with the cup tonight?
What's that?
Who gets to sleep with the cup tonight?
Davis will.
Maybe Sammy. We'll put Sammy in the cup. He's not paying attention. We got some babies that like sitting in cups maybe tonight. We'll have to keep an eye on the cup with these guys, though.
Dylan, you have a question? Right here in the front. Seattle guy.
Thanks, Fred. Xander, yesterday you said you would save your high point of the day for today. So I was wondering what your high point of today was.
Sitting up here with the boys as champs. That's my high point.
Great answer. Great answer.
That was a stock answer, by the way.
You want to expand on that?
Nothing but stock. Oh my gosh. What, sorry?
Do you want to expand on that feeling?
It's an amazing feeling. Winning is really hard. I put that on full display today. Needed some help along the way, and it's an incredible feeling. I'm very happy to sit up here with all our captains and all the guys on this team. It's an incredible squad that we had this year.
All right, can we get Jake a mic in the back for our final question? Jake?
All right, I saved the best for last, so this one's for Kiz. Being one of the being one of the more experienced players on the team, it can bring its advantages on the course. But do you feel it brings an advantage or disadvantage for tonight's festivities with these younger guys?
It's hard to hear. Can you speak up, please?
Yes. Being one of the more experienced players. Yep, the last part? All right, okay. Do you think it brings your experience? Do you think it brings an advantage or disadvantage for tonight's festivities with these younger guys?
For tonight's festivities, my experience can ultimately win in this scenario, from that end to this end, anytime. Hey, there's nothing that any of these can do that can hang with me tonight. I promise you. I have never seen a better display of golfers and a worse display of partiers. And I am the best partier on this board. Amen. That's why they picked me. I got half a point, but I brought the fun.
Points.
All right, and with that, we'll
Water,
conclude
gotta
our
stay
press
hydrated.
conference. Congratulations to Captain Love and the entire United States team.